Hey, what's up everyone? As I've been here in Detroit, it's made me think a lot about why you need to be foolish. Spending time with someone I know very well, my man Dan Waldschmidt, who's one of the other speakers here and a billion-dollar strategist, telling me about how he risked making a giant fool out of himself just lately, and the story behind it. He had a client, a potential client, that didn't live in the same state. So my good man Dan did what no one else would do. He risked making a complete fool out of himself. He didn't even live in the same state as this guy, and he wrote the guy and said, "Hey, look, I happen to be right by your office. Can we meet up this afternoon?" And all of a sudden the guy that everyone said was impossible to get a meeting with wrote him back and said, "Oh wow, you're here in town? Sure, let's meet." There was only one problem. Dan lived 3 states away from this guy and had to figure something out fast. So he took immediate action and got a plane ticket, flew down to Atlanta, met this guy, and landed him as a client. He risked making a fool out of himself, and he did what no one else was willing to do. And that's how he got the client. And since I'm in Detroit, I have another awesome story. By the way, I was here for this cool speaking event, had a bunch of my signed copies of my book, The Story of You. I've never been to Detroit before, but the first thing I thought of when I came here and I crossed 8 Mile was our man Eminem. Eminem made a gigantic fool of himself. As a matter of fact, his first show he did, he got booed off stage. Not only that, but he talks about when he went home that night, he cried and he said, "I quit, I give up." This is very important. This is the game changer. It's never too late to start not giving up. Well, Eminem woke back up the next day, and even though he got booed off stage, even though he made a fool out of himself, he continued onward. Look, I know a lot of you watching this right now, you're terrified, but you have huge dreams, and I'm telling you, don't stop. I dare you to make a fool out of yourself. It's okay to feel afraid. Courage comes from doing it even though you feel afraid. That same guy that was booed off stage, Eminem, now holds the most Grammy Awards in history for a rap artist. Because Eminem was willing to be foolish and not give up, he's sold over 45 million albums in America alone. Look, forget what everyone else is doing. Do it your way. There's only one you. I talked about my man Dan earlier. Check out his book. Dan Waldschmidt has one of the best books I've read this year. It's called Edgy Conversations. As I continue to be foolish, because after having my company for 10 years, even though I dropped speech class 3 times, after building my company for 10 years, I had this crazy dream to start speaking all over the world and start a podcast. Become an author, even though in college my professor gave me a D and said, "You have no understanding of that which it takes to be an author." Because I continue to be foolish to go after those bigger dreams. My podcast, Elevating Beyond, has me speaking all over the world. I'm a published author of the book, The Story of You. I'm not saying this to brag in any way. I'm speaking from my heart to give all of you hope, to know we all go through fear, all of us. Eminem went home and cried that night after he was booed off stage, and he said, "I quit, I give up, I'm throwing in the towel." Days it gets to be too much, and like Eminem, we quit, we give up, we throw in the towel, but I'm telling you, today is a new day. So what if you threw in the towel? Every moment is a new moment. I need you to go pick that towel up right now and wipe yourself up and get back out there. The professor who told me that I had no understanding of that which it takes to be an author, as of today, she is not an author, and I am. I'm telling you, boldly, daringly, courageously, foolishly, continue to go after your dream.